Everyone, once again I welcome you all to your English 2 class, and here, as you know, we are trying to wrap up Act 1 Scene 2. We are trying it, but since we are not being able, because this is a long one and you should know each and every aspect of it. Okay, so up to here what we have done is that we have seen that Prospero was telling about the background of what had happened earlier. He was telling it to Miranda, and at the same time, simultaneously, he was telling it to the audience. Okay, now while he was telling it, Miranda suddenly felt asleep. She felt drowsy, and because of that, she went to sleep. And by that time, there came Ariel. And Ariel, the spirit, he informed his master, that is Prospero, that whatever things or whatever happenings were there in the mid of the sea. Okay. Now, he was informing him that no soul was, nobody was harmed. Everybody was in proper condition. And then he also took the name of some gods of Roman mythology. So all these things happened. And we have done it up to here. While Prospero was saying that who was so firm, so constant that this coil would not infect his region. That he was asking Ariel that was there anybody so firm, so confident that nobody, that he will not be frightened by the storm that we have manually created. Okay, now Ariel is saying, not a soul, but felt a fever of mad and played some tricks of desperation. That means what? Everybody was kind of feeling that frenziness. Everybody was feeling that madness. This was there, and everybody was kind of, what you can say, that they were as if they were playing some pranks with them, as if they were joking with them. So this kind of situation was created. All but mariners plunged in the foaming brine. So the mariners, they jumped into the sea and quit the vessel and left the vessel, and then all afire with me. And then everybody was everywhere. My flame was burning. Means I created the flame which was burning. The king's son Ferdinand, with hair up staring, then like reeds, not here. So here he is giving the description of Ferdinand, who is the prince of Naples, or who is the son of Alonso. Now what happened to him? His hairs were like reed. Reed is kind of a what you can say is a kind of a slender leafy kind of a plant which belong to the grass family. So his hairs were like the grass. Means he was so much worried, he was so much frightened, he was so much disturbed by the storm that was created. He was so much frightened, he was so much disturbed that his hair were looking like the reeds, or his hairs were looking like it was resembling that kind of a grassy leaf kind of a plant. Okay. While the first man that leaped cried, he was the first one who cried, who shouted. And what did he shout? Hell is empty and all the devils are here. Very famous line. So what does it mean to say here? That hell is empty and all the devils are here. That means all the agents of the devil, all the bad, what you can say. If you go for the Christian mythology, or if you go for the biblical reference of it, then you can know that the demigods, or you can say the gods who are who are the devil god, you can say means the deity of devil. So all of them were here, who created all this misfortune in the middle of the sea. So that is what he is trying to say here. Okay. Now Prospero is saying, why that's my spirit, but wasn't it nigh the shore? That means why did it happen? Was it not near the shore? So here the answer is being given by Ariel. Close by, my master. It was close. It was near the shore. Okay. Then Prospero is saying, but are they Ariel safe? Prospero is asking that now are all of them are safe or not? So the answer Ariel is giving, not a hair perished, means nobody has been affected a little. On their sustaining garments, not a blemish, means you could not find any sort of stain, any sort of blood mark or any sort of staining mark. You cannot find in their dresses, but fresher than before. So it looked like fresher than before, as thou badest me, as you had forbidden me, or as you had instructed me. In troops I have dispersed them about the isle. I have scattered them. They were in groups, and I have scattered them everywhere in the island. The king's son have I landed by himself, whom I left cooling of the air with the sides in an odd angle of the isle. So he is saying that with me, I brought the king's son, that is Ferdinand, and I have kept him in an outward angle, in an outward what you can say, in an outward. He is there. I have left him, and he is sitting there alone in the corner, in a very outskirt of corner, you can say, of this island. So he is sitting there with his hands folded, and he is sitting there, his arms in his sad knot. So he is sad, as you know, because he thought like his father has perished. He thought that his father has died. So he was with kind of what you can say, he was with in a very sad and sorrowful situation. Prospero is saying, of the king's safe, the mariners say how thou hast disposed, and all the rest of the fleet. So Prospero is saying, tell how you have dealt with the crew and of the king's vessel, and the remaining ships of the group. So Ariel is informing him that safely in harbour the king's ship, and the deep nook where once thou called me aft at the midnight to fetch a dew from the steel-vexed Bermudas. There she is hid, the mariners all under the hatches stowed, who with a charm joined to their suffered labor, I have left asleep, and for the rest of the fleet. So here he is informing Prospero that what happened. The king's ship had been safely launched, you can say, or have been safely landed in the harbour, and all the mariners who were there, they are in a very, in a spell, you can say. They are in a spell of magic. Because of that, they are feeling drowsy. And they feel like as if because of their labor, because they had extremely labored, or they had worked so much, so because of that they are feeling extremely drowsy and they are sleeping. So he is saying that when Prospero called him to bring the dew from the side of Bermudas, from the storm top Bermudas, so from there when he went to bring the dew, that time only he had done all these things. Okay, so that is the reply of Ariel. Ariel is saying that the king's vessel is there safe here, and when you called me to bring the dew, the storm-tossed dew from the Bermuda side, so that time only I did all these things. And what happened? Also the mariners who were there, they were like as if they are sleeping very peacefully. They are feeling drowsy because of the hard labor. So that is a cast of that is a spell of magic on them, which I dispersed. All they met again and are upon the Mediterranean float, bound sadly home for Naples, supposing that they saw the king's ship wrecked and his great person perish. So he is saying that it's not like that one group, or you can say another vessel, it has gone towards the Naples, and they were too much sad, because they have seen in front of their eyes, they have seen that the shipwrecking incident took place, and they saw that their great person perished. That means the king had died, that they have seen, and they will be now they are in the mid of the Mediterranean Sea, and when they will reach home, they will be spreading the news, or they will be telling everyone, they will be conveying the news that the king has already perished, that the king has already died. Prospero is saying, Ariel, that charge exactly is performed. Prospero is happy. He is saying that you have exactly performed whatever task was assigned to you, and there is more work. What is the time of the day? He is asking him that I will give you more work. Now you tell me what is the time of the day. Ariel is saying past the mid-season. That it means it's past midday. That means midday has passed. Now Prospero is saying at least 2 glasses. So 2 glasses, that sand glasses, no? So it was a kind of, as you know, it was a kind of an ancient way of measuring time, an ancient way of when time was measured in that way. So at least it will be 2 o'clock. When he is saying at least 2 glasses means at least 2, it will be 2 o'clock. The time twixt 6 and now must by us both be spent most preciously. So he is saying the interval between this and 6, their time should be spent by us in a very special conversation, or you can say in a very very important conversation will take place between you, that means between Ariel and between Prospero. Okay. What he is saying here next, that is there more toil? Since thou dost give me pains, let me remember thee what thou hast promised, which is not yet performed me. So Ariel is seeking his liberty, he is seeking his freedom. He is saying that you have given me much pain by performing all your tasks and everything. It was a very, it was a very painstaking activity. So you just tell me that you have remembered that what you promised me. You promised me that you will free me up, you will give me the freedom. Prospero is saying, how now, moody? So Prospero is saying, how dare you? Like, he is getting angry. He is in a very admonishing tone. He is saying, how you are a very sulky fellow. You are a very moody fellow. How can you ask for your freedom now? What is it thou canst demand? How can you demand your freedom now? Now Ariel is saying, my liberty. He is asking that what are you demanding now? Ariel is saying, my freedom. Prospero is saying, before the time be out, before the time you want freedom, no more. Ariel is saying, I pray thee, that means I pray to you. Remember, I have done the worthy service. He is saying that I have done much costly, much precious things for you. Told thee no lies. I have never told you, I have never said any sort of lie to you. Made no mistakings. I have made no mistake. I served without or grudge or grumbling. I never had grudges. Grudges means I never felt disturbed or felt complaining because of the hard work that you are giving me. Served without any grudge or grumblings. Thou did promise to bait me a full year. You told me that you will be reducing my toil for a complete a year. Now Prospero is saying, dost thou forget from what torment I did free thee? Prospero is angry. He is saying that you have forgotten from where I have rescued you. You were under the imprisonment which was given to you by Sycorax. No, Ariel is saying. No, Prospero is saying, thou dost. Yes, you are forgetting. Thinkest it much to tread the ooze of the salt deep, to run upon the salt wind of the north, to do me business in the veins of the earth when it is baked with force. So he is saying that you have done all these things you are doing, and you think that it is a bit hardship. It is a kind of a difficult work to work on the salty sea and to work on work in a stormy earth, or you can say when there will be the frost, when there will be the snowfall and everything. So when you do your work under these kind of circumstances, do you consider it to be a hard work? Ariel is saying, I do not, sir. Uh, Prospero is saying, thou liest, malignant thing, you are lying, you are a very bad creature. Hast thou forgot the foul witch Sycorax? I think you have forgotten the cruel witch Sycorax, or that nasty witch Sycorax, you have forgotten her. Who with the age and envy was grown into a hope, who with the aging process of her, and because of the aging process she was getting enraged, and because of that she was like a hope, she was like a what you can say, she was like a evil-minded creature, that you are forgetting her. Hast thou forgot her? No, sir. Ariel is saying, Prospero, thou hast. Prospero is saying, yeah, you have forgotten her. Where was she born? Speak, tell me, sir, in Algiers. Okay, so Algiers is some place related to Algeria. So she is, where was she born? She was born in Algiers. Prospero is saying, once in a month, recount what, was she so? I must once in a month recount what thou hast been. For mischiefs manifold, the sorcery is terrible. To enter the human hearings from Algiers, thou knowest, was banished. For one thing she did, they would not take her life. Is not it true? So she was kind of, her life was spared for one thing that she did. Here you can see that he is reminding him that in every month I should tell you about the Sycorax, about this witch. I should tell you. Okay, so her life was spared for one thing that she did was not. It was said by Prospero. Then Ariel is saying, yes, sir. Prospero is saying, the blue-eyed hag hither brought with the child. So he is saying, he is kind of cursing this Sycorax. So he is saying that he was kind of a blue-eyed, kind of a haggard person who was having a blue-eyed kind of, and was brought here with a big child. So who is that child? Is that Caliban? Sailors, by the sailors. Thou here was left by the sailors. Thou my slave, and as thou reportest thyself, was then her servant. So that time you were servant to that Sycorax. For thou wast a spirit too delicate. You are so delicate, a soft-hearted spirit you are. So soft spirit you are. To act her arti and abhorred comments. So you had to listen to her abhorred, very harsh comments that she was giving you, very difficult task that she was giving you, refusing her grand haste. If you refused her, she did confine thee, she would imprison you, she would confine you. By help of her more potent ministers, she had more potent ministers, she had some agents of her, and in her most unmitigable rage, and the rage, that means the anger that she had, it was unmitigable, it was never satisfied. Into a cloven pine, so you were there in a pine tree, within which ripped imprisoned thou didst painfully remain a dozen years. You remained there for 12 years inside a pine tree. Within which the space she died, within these 12 years she died, and left thee there, and you were left alone there, where thou didst vent thy groans. So there you were groaning, you were shouting, as fast as mild wheels strike. So like the striking of the mild wheels. Then was the island save for the sun that she did later years. So she left the sun, the cannibal, or you can say that Caliban, the sun. So she left the sun here and not honored with a human shape. So the sun is not having a human shape. As you know, he is half beast and half human. A very savage kind of a person. Savage creature, you can say. You can't say he is a person. So then your Ariel is saying, yes, Caliban her son. Prospero is saying, dull thing, I say so. he that Caliban, whom now I keep in service, thou best knowest what torment I did find thee in. Thy groans did make wolves howl, and penetrate the breast of ever angry bears. So he is saying that your cry was so loud that it would make a hungry beast. The hungry beasts also, they will be crying, they will be sympathizing you. It will torment to lay upon the damned, which Sycorax could not again undo. It was mine art when I arrived and heard thee that made gave the pine and let thee out. So with my magic I had opened the pine tree and I had made you free. Ariel is saying, I thank thee, master. I thank you for this, my master. Prospero, if thou more murmurest, Prospero is angry, Prospero is rebuking him. If you say anything, no. So what I will do, I will rain an oak and peg thee in his knotty entrails. I will again open the oak tree and I will push you inside. I will keep you inside in the entrails, that inside the bark of it or inside the body of the oak tree. And thou hast howled away 12 winters, and you shall be howling for 12 winters. Okay, and leave you there to groan away for 12 years. Okay, now Ariel is saying, pardon me, master. You pardon me, please forgive me. I will be correspondent to command. I will obviously be most obedient to your command, and do my spiriting gently. And as a spirit, whatever task will be given to me, I will do it obediently. Prospero, do so, and after 2 days, I will discharge thee. That's my noble master. So he is saying that you do so, and after two days I will be letting you free. So he is saying, that's a good master, that's my noble master, that's my kind-hearted master. Ariel is saying, what shall I do? Say what shall I do? Go, make thyself like a nymph of the sea, and be subject to no sight but thine and mine. So he is saying that you become a water nymph. You become a nymph of the water and you become invisible to everyone. Only you will be visible to your eyes and to mine. That means to me. To every eyeball else. Otherwise to every eyeball, to every eyes you will be invisible. Go take this safe and hither come into. Go take this safe. You go and after taking this safe, come to me again. And go hence with diligence. Go very quickly, you go with all sort of very diligently you go. To Miranda, awake dear heart, awake, thou hast slept well, awake. So he is saying that Miranda, you have slept much, now you should wake up. Miranda is saying, the strangeness of your story put heaviness in me. The strangeness of your story, the twist of your story, it was very much heavy for me, and because of that I was feeling more drowsy. It is a villain, sir. No, Prospero is saying, shake it off, come on, we will visit Caliban, my slave, who never yields us kind answer. So he is saying that we shall be now visiting Caliban, who never gives us kind answer, who always curses us. Now Miranda is saying it is a villain. So here it is noticeable that he is saying it is a villain. So it, we refer to the animal, we refer to the beast. So as I have said, he was a savage creature, he was not a human being. I do not love to look on, I do not love to attend him, I do not love to see him. Prospero is saying, but as it is, we cannot miss him. He does make our fire, he fetches the firewood for them, he fetches the wood which will burn the fire for them, and fetch in our wood and serves in offices that profit us. Okay, so that would profit us. Because of that, we should meet him. Caliban is saying, thou art what, O slave Caliban? Thou art how thou speak. Caliban is saying, there is wood enough within. I have gathered enough wood for you. Prospero is saying, come forth, I say. There is other business for thee. Come thou, tortoise. So he is addressing him as tortoise. He is addressing him as a malignant creature, as a very what you can say, as a mean-minded, as an evil creature. So he is saying that you come here, I will give you some other task. Now here Ariel is entering as a water nymph. As you know, before few minutes ago he was instructed that you come as a water nymph, you go and come as a water nymph to me. So find apparition. Apparition literally mean spirit, as you know, but here he is trying to say find appearance. Very good appearance, my quaint Ariel, my obedient, my fine, my nice Ariel. Hark in thine ear, you come. Hark in thine ear means you come to me. I need to whisper something into your ear. So what he will say, that you should be invisible. He will be just reminding him that you should be invisible to everyone else. Ariel is saying, my lord, it shall be done. Obviously, whatever your wishes are, I shall be following that. Prospero is saying, thou poisonous slave. Now he is saying it to Caliban. So what he is saying, you poisonous slave, got by the devil himself, you were given birth by the devil himself. Upon thy wicked dam, come forth. So he is saying that you are a malignant slave. So you were beget out of the devil. You got you were born from the devil. You come out here. Now Caliban is saying, as wicked dew as are my mother blast with the raven's feather, from the unwholesome fen drop on you both, a southwest blow on you and blister you all over. So he is cursing them, and this is a very different kind of a funny cursing, you can say. So what he is saying, that you are a harmful creature, you are a harmful as the dew, as my mother collected from the raven, you know, one kind of a crow. A raven's feather, the pestilential bog should afflict you. That means he is trying to say that you are so harmful than the dew drops which were collected by the, as you know, Sycorax was a witch. So witches, as you know, they will be doing all these ominous things. So she used to collect the dew drops from the body from the feather of the raven, of the crow. And then he is saying that you are like that, and you should be affected by the pestilence, you should be affected by the bog, you should be afflicted with them, and the southwest wind should come, and you should be caused blister on your body. Blister, you know, the soiling of the skin. So there should be blister everywhere in your body. So Prospero is saying, for this be sure tonight thou shalt have cramps, side stitches. So Prospero is, so there is a cursing competition is going on, and where you can see that Caliban was cursing them that you two should die, you two should have blister on your body. So now Prospero is saying that what you should do, you are cursing us, now you remember what will happen to you. At night today, you will be having cramps on your body. Now here you can say that he is saying that thou shalt have cramps and side stitches, and you will be having the side pains, you will be having cramps on your body, your limbs, there will be the pain on your limbs, there will be pain on your joints, and there will be on the sides also it will be a burning sensation, and everywhere it will think like somebody is pricking you. So and shall pain thy breath up, and archons shall forth advanced of the night, they may work all exercise on thee. Thou shalt be pinched as thick as honeycomb. So he is also cursing him that you will be pinched like as if a honeybee is biting you, as if when they are making a honeycomb, each pinch more stinging than the bees that made them. So every bite of them will be much painful to you. So what does he mean to say here is that he is cursing him that you will be having acute joint pain. Also you will be having your if somebody will be as if you will feel like a sensation as if somebody is pricking you from the side, and will hold up your breath with the goblins in the shape of the hedgehogs, or you can say that you shall be playing the tricks all through the night, and you shall be pinched, and your body will be as full of the pinches as a honeycomb is full of the cells. So if you see the honeycomb as it is full of the cells, so similarly your body will be like that, and the honey bees will be there. So he is kind of rebuking him or kind of threatening him that these kind of punishments are waiting for you. Caliban is saying he is very much rebellious, he is very much revolting here. So what he is saying, I must eat my dinner. Whatever you say, I must eat my dinner. This island is mine by Sycorax, my mother. So famous speech here. So he is saying that this island is mine. This is my island. Obviously, by the rule of heredity, or you can say by the rule of inheritance, so this should be mine because my mother was the owner of it. After my mother's death, it will be mine. Which thou takest from me, but you have snatched it from me. And when thou camest fast, thou struckest me and made much of me. So when you came here, you used me, you made much of me. Wouldest give me water with berries into and teach me. So water with berries, it can have a reference to that cocoa water. It can be a cocoa water because he didn't know what was it. It can be a coffee kind of, or it can be a cocoa water. So this can be water with berries because Caliban didn't know what the drinks are called, and he just now you will be seeing that he doesn't know what a moon is or what the sun is. So what he is saying, and how you teach me how to name the bigger light, that is the sun, and how to the less burn by the day and night and the moon. And then I loved thee, and I was also loving you, and that burn by day and night. And I was working for you day and night, and then I loved thee and showed thee all the qualities of the isle. I showed you all the qualities of the isle. The fresh spring, where the fresh spring is there, the brine pits where the salted spring is there, the barren place where the barren place is there, where the you can say the wasteland is there, and where the fertile land is there. And cursed be I that did so, I should curse myself because I did so. I should not have done like this. All the charms of Sycorax's toads, beetles, bat, light on you. So he is cursing him that, as you know, the witches, they do with the toads, they do with the bats. So all these are the agents of omen, or you can say O-M-E-N. All these are ominous. So these are some sort of the part of the sorcery, or you can say of the witchcraft. And here you tie me, and here you have kept me, you have confined me in this hard rock. You have tied me up, whilst you do keep from me the rest of the island, and you have the whole island to yourself. You have taken it from me. Prospero is saying, thou most lying slave, you are the lying slave whom stripes may move. You should be last, you can say. On your body, you should be last. You should be heated. You should be what you can say. You should be. I should beat you in that way. Not kindness. I have used thee, filth as thou art. You are a filthy creature. With human care, I gave you human care. I lodged thee in my own cell. I had given you the place. I had given you to live here in my own cell. And what you did is that with human care and lodged thee in my own cell, till thou didst seek to violate the honor of my child. But you tried to impure my child. You tried to spoil the purity of my child. So that way means he kind of misbehaved, tried to torture Miranda, now Caliber is saying, wouldn't have been done. Thus didst prevent me. I had people else this isle with Caliban. So he was telling, if you would not have prevented me, I would have given birth to more creatures like me. He is trying to say that he would have given birth to more cannibals. That means his sons would have born if he was not prevented. So here then Miranda is saying, you are an abhorred slave. She will be crushing him now. So this way, our time is going actually. You see, 35 minutes it's become. Okay, we shall be doing it some other day. We shall be completing it. We have to go very fast, but every day it's not being possible. We are just lagging behind. Okay, so that's all for today. Have a very nice day.